Cue the obligatory awkward pause at the beginning of the video while we're starting to see if it's actually working. And Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you are having a fantastic day. And today we're going to be talking about a meeting that we had this morning here at Connection Incorporated. And as you know, I'm a huge nerd, I guess, to start things off, but an advertising nerd at that. So the way that we kicked off this year in our business was going back and looking at the last 6 months and the last 3 months of our funnels and looking at the core metrics as to how our business ran, how our marketing and advertising ran, and how we did on turning advertising into profit. And I am happy to report to you today that for roughly every $1 that we put into advertising in the last 6 months, we returned about $6.08 in return as a result of that advertising spend. Now, some of our advertising that we ran bombed and did not produce profit at all. It was actually at a loss for us. And then some of our other advertising sources were actually dramatically more profitable than the others. And the thought came to me that I should share this information with you. And we're going to be doing more of these live videos as the year progresses to show you exactly how I measure this stuff in my business so that you can take that and apply it to your business so you can see what you should be measuring as far as your paid advertising. So what we're talking about today is how to turn advertising into profit in your mortgage business and do it so that it's measurable, it's scalable, and you can achieve a consistent result month over month and make sure that the money that you're putting into advertising is actually coming back in profit and actually making sure that you're measuring it. So there are 5 steps, essentially, that you have to go through with an advertising funnel in order to turn advertising into profit. And then really what we're going to be doing is talking about how not every single advertising source is equal. And if you're measuring how much you spend on the different traffic sources, you can actually back that backwards to knowing which advertising source is going to produce the best return on your investment. And what we did today was we actually switched our advertising budget, and we're putting a lot more money in advertising into one of our advertising sources that's become a lot more profitable than the other ones that we have. So what I'm going to do is give you the things that you need to track, and I've made them in the description below. I've also given you a link to our training, businessmarketingclass.com, that takes you through the different campaigns that we use to turn advertising into profit. So once somebody opts in your mortgage business, how do you actually turn them into an appointment, take an application, turn that into a mortgage deal? We teach you all of that in that course. So you can go to businessmarketingclass.com, opt in, get the free training, and then you can also book a one-on-one call with our team where we'll actually, map a blueprint out for you in your specific business. So the first thing that you need to measure is clicks turning into leads. So when you're running ads, and whether you're running them on Facebook and Instagram or Google and YouTube or Pinterest or LinkedIn, whatever it is, doesn't matter. What you're doing is you're paying that network for access to the viewers that they have on their platform. And you're saying, hey, go find me people that are interested in mortgages or people that are interested in refinance, or, hey, go show these ads to my past customers, right? You're picking an audience and then you're showing ads to those people. A certain number of those people are going to see that advertisement and go, hey, yeah, I am interested in finding out how much mortgage I qualify for, or what my rate and payment will be, or, hey, yeah, I need access to a mortgage calculator or a mortgage app, whatever it is. So that's where you get your clicks and your traffic from. Now, when somebody clicks an advertisement, they're immediately given a decision. Let me back that up. They should be given a decision as to whether to opt in or bounce off the page. If you're just directing all of your advertising to the homepage of your website and you don't have something to capture those people's information, it's very difficult for you to turn that person into a customer because you don't know who they are and you can't continually communicate with them over time. So the first thing that you need is an offer, right? So when the offers that we use are surveys or chatbots. But typically when somebody clicks on one of our mortgage advertisements, we're saying, hey, we can let you know how much you qualify to buy, what your rate and payment will be. So they click on that advertisement and they go to a survey where we say, what's the purchase price? How much down payment do you have? What does your credit look like? Are you currently employed? We ask them all the same questions that you would ask if you were sitting across the table from them, interviewing them to actually take a mortgage application. After they put in all that information, we say, okay, great. We're going to send you the results of what you've told us. Where do we send it? Give us your name, your phone number, and your email address, and we'll reach back out and give you access to the information. That's the first thing that you need to track. How many of those people that click on your advertisements actually fill out their information? Now, for us in our business, on average, we took 15% of the people that clicked on our advertisements to the offer that we were giving them. 15% of those people gave us their contact information, became leads, and that allows us to then start following up with them. Now, there's a lot of different definitions of what a lead is. We call that a lead because that person has raised their hand. Now, there might be a good lead or a bad lead, or we might never speak to that person, but that's the first thing that we need to track on how effective is our advertising. Because what that tells us is, here's how much we spend in advertising. Here's how many people filled out the form. This is what we're spending to acquire a lead in the business. So you've got your cost per lead at that point, right? Well, the next step in turning that lead into a customer is speaking to them. So what you need to do is you need to take that lead and you need to turn them into an appointment, okay? Now, there are 4 very powerful tools that you can use to take more of your mortgage leads into actual appointments. Those 4 things are, number 1, the phone. I know it's a pretty standard tool, but we have a service here at Connection Incorporated. We call it the Mortgage Concierge, and we have a full-time staffed, I don't want to call it a call center, but basically we have full-time people that are just on the phone all day, calling mortgage leads, booking appointments for people that want to take mortgage applications. Okay. We book anywhere from 20 to 25% of the leads that we get into application appointments. And a good portion, if not a majority of those appointments, are booked by those concierge agents, either by talking to people on the phone, by calling them directly as soon as they fill out their information, or in a text messaging conversation that's real. It's not a bot. When somebody text messages back to one of the messages that we send them, they get a real person on the other end of the phone that's actually communicating with them and working them into that appointment. So we call them, we text them. Okay. Now that text message is automatic. Every time we have a new lead that comes in, it goes into our CRM product, which is called Connect My Leads. And that automatically kicks off an automatic sequence of messages. So when somebody clicks on our ad, fills out all the information about getting a mortgage, and they submit their contact information, that goes into our CRM. The CRM kicks off a workflow and it automatically starts sending messages to that person. In the first day, they get a phone call from our concierge team. They get a text message that says, hey, we got your information. We're going to be sending what you need over in your email. We then have a follow-up email that goes out to them. And we have a ringless voicemail that follows up with them as well. All of those messages are, hey, you asked us for something. We've sent it to you. And if you would like to get on the phone so that we can submit a mortgage application with you, you can click this automatic link to book a time in our calendar, or you can reply to this message, whether it's the text or the email or the phone call, reply to this message however you want, and we'll book you in for a time with somebody that can answer your questions and get you qualified for your mortgage. Now, we get response from about 50% of the leads that we generate. So about 50% of the leads respond, and about 25% of the leads will actually book an appointment. That is the second thing that you need to measure in your funnel to make sure that your funnel is working correctly. So of your leads, how many of them book an appointment? That number should be in the range of, if you're new and you're just getting started with your systems, you should be booking 15% to 20% of your leads into an actual appointment. If you're not hitting that metric, that means probably your advertisements are targeting the wrong people, your ads are giving the wrong messaging to the wrong market, or your offer isn't resonating properly with the audience that you're going after, right? Those are all symptoms of a bad lead to appointment ratio. Now, not every single person is going to attend the appointment. right? Of the appointments that we book, only 80%, well, I shouldn't say 80%, 80% of those people actually show up for the appointment, but 20% of them don't. They book the appointment, and they just ghost, and we're not able to rebook them or get them back on. So that's the third thing that you're tracking. Of the people that book the appointments, how many of them actually show up? How many of them are you able to do an application appointment with? Okay, so we're tracking the number of clicks that turn into leads, the number of leads that book an appointment, and then how many of those appointments show up. Now, you can probably guess the next metric that we track, and that's of those appointments that we do, how many people submit an application to go through the process? How many interested prospects do you have that are real qualifiable customers that you take to pre-approved and looking, right? Then from there, you track how many of those pre-approved and lookings actually fund a deal with you, and how much revenue do you collect from that customer, okay, as a result of your marketing funnel. So we're tracking clicks to leads, leads to appointments, how many of those appointments actually produce applications, and of those applications, how many funded deals do you collect at the end? Now, as I mentioned, we took, for every dollar in advertising that we put out in the last 6 months, our average return was $6.08 back from that advertising. Now, if I don't know that number, okay, the business can seem really overwhelming. It's hard to know which advertising is working, where the customer is really coming from. But here in an hour, because we track everything, we've got all our systems and processes set up. We just had a staff meeting. Everybody reported their metrics, and we knew exactly at the end of that meeting what went out, what came in, and from what sources. And here is what I think is probably a big takeaway from the presentation today. And again, if you would like myself or my team to walk you through this process, and I'll show you templates of exactly what to do online, what ads to run, what the follow-up sequence looks like, what the opt-in page looks like to generate your leads. We give the whole thing away at businessmarketingclass.com. Go to that page, fill out your information. On the thank you page, there's a video that walks you through the whole process of how to run a paid marketing system in your business and generate profit from it. So you can go there and check that out. But what we discovered in our meeting today is that not all traffic sources are the same. Now, you know this and we know this, but I want to share with you what we've learned over the last year in running these systems for our clients so that you can get off the ground faster and you can get off the ground more profitable with running online advertisements. Here's the thing that almost every single mortgage business misses. Your past customers are the most profitable online advertising audience that you can target with your advertisements. Now, that might sound a little bit weird. Why would you advertise to somebody who's already done business with you? Well, it's about maximizing the return and maximizing the profit that you get from every customer in your business. See, when you advertise to somebody who already knows you, likes you, and trusts you, and your call to action is to refer you business, and you give those advertisements out to your past customers on social media sites where they are there to interact with friends, family members, coworkers, their network is right there at the end of their fingers, ready to be referred to you. All you have to do is have a good relationship with your past customers, right? That's why they call it a referral relationship, because there's a relationship there, right? You have to actually reach back out to your past clients after you close them. And again, if you go to businessmarketingclass.com, we give you our process called the database activator, and we have a service where we will actually call and convert your database and build that relationship with your database for you. It's called the database activator. And it's just there so that you have a relationship with your past clients, because again, they know you, they like you, they trust you, and they will refer you business. So when you show ads to those people, they will screenshot those ads. And we've got a very specific ad type that we run where it gets people to screenshot that ad and go into their local private groups, whether it's the local buy and sell group, the local school group, the local moms group, whatever it is. They go into those groups, and whenever anybody says, hey, does anybody know a good real estate agent? Does anybody know a good loan officer, a good mortgage broker, right? Those customers of yours are consistently being reminded of your business, so you're top of mind, and they know how to send you business, and they also know that your business is built on their referrals. So they see it, click because you have trained them on how to send you referrals. They go out and they send you referrals. We had one of our clients, Jerry, he used $225 in Facebook ads last year to collect over $100,000 in closed deals by not showing ads to the regular people on Facebook that everybody is marketing and advertising to. And when I say regular, I mean like, hey, people that are interested in mortgages, I'll target them. Just past customers. It's your highest return on investment. When you track it, you'll see over this year with us running your advertisements for you, that can be the most profitable source of business for you. And your ad spends are $5 a day to get to all of your past customers and get them referring you business on Facebook and Instagram. And then as you grow your advertising budgets, you can do that type of advertising on Google and YouTube as well. It's exceptionally profitable. So the first audience that every single person in the mortgage business, and this works if you're in the insurance business and the wealth management business, all these businesses, you should be running advertisements to your past clients, hands down. If you're spending money on cold traffic or you're buying leads and you're not running social media ads to your past clients, go to businessmarketingclass.com right now. You can even skip the video on the thank you page and just book the consult directly because we can make you money from your database, okay? Now, the second audience that you need to be targeting and advertising to is referral partners. Hardly anybody takes their local marketplace and uses what we call the local celebrity campaign. The reason why this is so powerful is because consistently over time, you can create celebrity status in your marketplace. We're doing this for a client right now in San Diego. San Diego is an incredibly competitive marketplace. And we're spending less than pennies to get their face and their brand into the Instagram and Facebook news feeds of all the local realtors in the marketplace. Now, we're also using a custom audience list to target very specific realtors that they want to see that message. And so when they're doing their Thor's Hammer outreach, like we teach inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals, those calls go better. It makes it so that eventually there is no cold call in the marketplace, right? It's literally going out and giving the right message to the right market. And over time, those referral partners see that you're professional at advertising, you're consistent in advertising, they're seeing testimonials from happy past customers, they're seeing that you know what's going on in the mortgage market because of the content that we put into those advertisements, and then we give them an offer. And we say, hey, local realtors, if you're looking for more business, we can provide you with pre-approved buyers in your local marketplace to find out if we're a good fit to work together. Fill out this form and let's have a quick 15-minute conversation. Now, there's an offer that we have. We teach it in businessmarketingclass.com. It's called the irresistible offer. And so regardless of what type of realtor you get on the other end of the phone, you have an offer that you can give to them that has tremendous value, that builds their business, but it also builds your mortgage business at the same time. You should absolutely be advertising to referral partners in your local marketplace on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, because when you convert one of them, okay, and you take somebody through your funnel, right? Clicks to leads, leads to appointments, appointments to actual application, and then having that person send you deals, same funnel, whether it's a customer or a referral partner, right? When you close that deal, you're not just getting one deal from that referral partner. The average referral partner should be sending you at least 6 deals a year, a deal every other month. So when you convert one person through that funnel, you're getting exponential profits from that person over time in that relationship, okay? Now, I know some of you are saying, you know what, Chris, I don't want to mess around with realtors. Well, that strategy works the exact same way with financial planners, with divorce lawyers, with accountants, insurance professionals. You can target all of those people, and it takes about 2.5 hours to set up a funnel where you've got an incredible offer for that specific person that you want to attract in your business. And then the advertising just sits and runs and drives people through your funnel. And as long as you're tracking your numbers, you've got something that's highly valuable long-term in your business. Now, the third aspect of advertising is where most people start. And again, if you're buying leads or you're paying another company to run your advertisements, go to businessmarketingclass.com, opt in, and then request a consultation. We'll actually take a look at what you're doing and tell you all, if there's room for improvement. Oftentimes we'll get on the phone and be like, you know what, this looks great. You're in good hands, no problem at all. But other times we'll say, hey, there's a significant improvement that you can make to this by adding in other audiences, by testing a different offer, by not just being another advertisement on Facebook about how rates are so low and it's a record time to refinance your mortgage, right? We can do better than that. And that's what we want for you. We want you to be able to have a stable funnel that consistently grows your business, and you know how many dollars go into it and how many dollars come back from it so that you can calculate your return on investment. It's very important. Now, the third area of traffic that you can advertise to is cold traffic. But everybody thinks cold traffic, okay, just Facebook and Instagram. Well, it's not, because if you think about the difference between Google and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram has people on it that are looking at mortgage information, that are looking at real estate information, but they're not out there to get a mortgage. They're not out there right now to buy a house. They're interested in real estate. They like looking at real estate, but they're not interested. And those leads are oftentimes 6 months, 9 months, a year or more out from the actual transaction date of when they're actually going to do something. So we call those interested traffic, but there's no purchase intent. If you look at the map that they have to go along in order to become a customer, they're just getting started on the journey, right? Where if you compare that to Google and YouTube, somebody who goes to Google and types in, how do I find out how much my house is worth in X market or on X street, or how much did 123 Main Street sell for? Chances are you've got somebody who wants to find the value of their home because they're interested in listing their property soon. So when you generate that lead for your real estate agent or you generate it for your mortgage business, you're getting somebody who's going to make a buying decision in the next 30 to 60 days. And that shortens your curve on putting money out to getting money back, right? Same thing with somebody who's interested in a refinance. If they go to Google and they start looking for refinance calculators, what are the refinance rates today? Looking for the most trusted refinance loan officer in the marketplace or best loan officer for refinance. If they're typing in phrases like that to Google on their phone, or they're researching YouTube, which is the third largest search engine in the world, you have somebody that's in market with purchase intent who wants to speak to somebody today. So when you show an advertisement to that type of person, you get somebody who responds better at every part of your funnel. More people click on the ads, so you get a lower cost per click. More people fill out the form because they're more interested, so you get more leads at less cost. More of the people will respond to the automated messaging because they're interested in the marketplace, right? So that means you get more appointments. More of those appointments are going to submit applications because they're ready to go right now. And more of those applications are going to close because you're talking to a higher quality credit consumer who's looking to do something right now, who's already done all of their research. They're just looking for a trusted advisor that they can move forward with. Now, that leads into the fourth metric. I shouldn't say the fourth metric. It's really kind of the sixth metric, but it's something that we use as a fourth campaign to bring people back, and that's retargeting. Because the likelihood of somebody clicking on your advertisement and filling out the form the first time is actually relatively low. But they've expressed interest, they've clicked on your advertisement, so you need to run retargeting ads. And that just means, hey, somebody's been on your landing page, you're going to follow them around with ads for 60, 90, 120 days until they're ready for you. All you're doing is being mature in your advertising budget to know not everybody is going to say yes, and most people are not going to say yes right away. So there's lots of low-hanging fruit out there and people that have already gone to your website, already clicked on your advertisements. You just need to catch them at the right time. So we set up these retargeting audiences. So when people see your ad the first time and they click on it, they don't opt in, we follow them around the internet and we show them testimonials from your happy past customers. We show them your branding so that they remember you when you potentially or when they see your ad. So when they opt in, they already feel comfortable with your brand. And then we show them continual calls to action to get them to go to the landing page, opt in with their information so that you can follow up with them through that funnel. So those are the things that you really need to be looking at. And once you start tracking this stuff, you'll notice your past customers are the first place you should be running advertisements to online. If you're not, go to businessmarketingclass.com today, opt in, request a free consultation. We will show you exactly how to get more referrals and deals from your past clients, not only by reaching out to them directly, and we'll show you our automated process for how to build a relationship with your database, but also how to take that database of past customers, upload it as a custom audience into social media, and show ads to just your past customers. That's the number one advertising funnel everybody in the mortgage business should have right now, and most don't. The second type of people that you need to be advertising to are referral partners. That's realtors, insurance planners, financial advisors, lawyers, investment advisors. All of those people should be seeing advertisements from you, your branding, your 5-star testimonials from past clients, and an offer that says, hey, if you'd like to grow your business through referrals through my mortgage business, click this link, fill out your information. Let's get on the phone for 15 minutes. We've got a client of ours, Scotty. He's booking 3 to 4 new appointments with new referral partners in his marketplace, 100% automated from social media ads, just because it's a good funnel targeting the right people with the right offer. Again, once all this stuff is set up, it's not complicated to keep it running. It's just getting over the technical stuff of getting it built. And we're going to walk you through all that on the consult that you get when you go to businessmarketingclass.com. And then again, if you want to build it on your own, that's great. We'll empower you with the information you need to do it. But if you get into it, you're like, okay, I totally see how this is going to make me money. I totally see the funnel. This is great. I want you to do it for me. Well, we have an offer for you on that page, right? Now, the third audience, advertising to people who are interested in mortgages online. You should be doing Google first, okay? Google first, YouTube second, Facebook and Instagram third, and then fourth, if you want to get into like LinkedIn and TikTok and all of that kind of stuff. Like we deal with national brands spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising, never need to get to that point because there is enough low-hanging fruit on the core engines of Google, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram that you don't need to go there. There's more than enough, but let's go pick the low-hanging fruit first. Please, don't make this harder than it needs to be. Database first, referral partners second, marketing and advertising. And when you're doing marketing and advertising, start at the top, Google first, YouTube second, Facebook and Instagram third. And then if you want to mess about with some of the other stuff, that's fine. But at least go in that order so that your return on investment is the highest it can possibly be from the very beginning. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope this serves you. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. My name's Chris Johnstone. I'm the president of Connection Incorporated. Head on over to businessmarketingclass.com, opt in today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon.